3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Welcome back to another show, another edition of Ladies and Lyrics. It is us, Diane and Divine, the ladies of Ladies and Lyrics. And look, I know y'all see two extra people here tonight. We have some special guests. Excuse me, special guests. We have not had them on the show in a while. So I wanted to have on two of my sons, Joshua and Elijah, as special guests, especially Elijah was the one who suggested our song tonight. So I was like, we got to have him on to talk about this song. But we're going to go ahead and check in. I'm going to check in with everybody here tonight, starting with my co-host, Diane. Diane, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful, and you can tell I'm like Christmassy. We kind of Christmassy today. I'm doing really good. And I also have, before someone asks me what I got to drink, during the holidays, you usually have eggnog, right? But this is moonshine. This is moonshine. It's good too.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, Diane, where did you get this from?
I didn't get it from the person around the corner. I got it from the liquor store.
Oh, okay. I got some moonshine. Just drinking plain old water. I'm drinking water.
And I got that too, because I get a little hot. I got that too.
Y'all know every night I gotta have my water. Okay. So thank Diane. Enjoy that moonshine over there as we get into this show tonight. Don't drink too much though, because we gotta talk about this song. All right, let's say hello to our guest star with Elijah. Elijah, how you doing tonight?
How I'm blessed and highly favored as always.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show. And then let's welcome Joshua. Joshua, welcome to the show. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing amazing. It's good to be here. We got some good stuff to talk about, so I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited too. So if you're on here, go ahead and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? We want to know that you are here. And if you're here, we always forget to say this at the beginning of the show, Diane, but share the show. Invite your people. Tonight is our last night for a while. We're going on vacation. So let's go ahead and say hi to the people. Hey, what's up, Mo? It's giving Christmas. Yeah. You know what? That's funny. And I'm going to share this. Diane and I got on here tonight, and we were, Diane had all her Christmas stuff on, and I was in a black sweater. I was like, hold on a second. I had to run and throw something so that Diane, we matched. Diane was all festive. I was looking like I was going to the funeral. Diane.
Well, me and he was gonna match if I ain't put this pullover on because we got on the same color shirt. So
okay. Well, y'all got on Thanksgiving.
Yep. Giving thanks.
Y'all
giving thanks every day.
Yes.
Mo said, not moonshine. That is funny. You drinking some hard liquor.
No.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Mo. Who else is on here? Hey, you know what? Make sure you all share the show. Like Diane, did you share the show too?
I did. I shared the show.
All right. So not going to just jump into it tonight because we have like some good topics to talk about and what's going on in this song. And as y'all come in, we're going to say hello to you. But I want to get ready. Diane, are you ready for some good music? Some real talk with us, dope women, and our special guest, dope guys on the show?
Absolutely. All
right, so let's get into it. Diane.
What's up?
You look at all festive and stuff, but we got Christmas stuff on. What about Thanksgiving? What's going on with that?
Look, we like you go in the store and soon as the 4th of July is over, they start putting out Halloween stuff. So we kind of just skipped over Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming. I'm cooking 2 things, and that's it. And I'm going next door. Some
You ain't
family's
wrong,
supposed
Queen.
Just my Wi-Fi is being
to.
funky tonight.
Yeah.
Who said that,
That's
Joshua?
what Joshua
Look, let me
say.
say this. I see my Wi-Fi is
That
acting
was
up.
he.
So if it acts up, y'all just keep the show going. Huh?
Gonna keep on
No, I
What
going.
you
was
say,
saying that
Joshua?
was he that said that. That was he that said that. But I'll tell y'all what I'm doing for Thanksgiving.
What you
I'm gonna
do?
make some food, which I enjoy doing. So I'm gonna make a seafood platter, and I know some other people will be saying
Oh,
some other people probably
God.
gonna say they make the same thing, but I said it first, so y'all know who it came from. I'm making
Okay.
a
What
seafood platter, put some
the
octopus
seafood
on
platter
it.
consists of?
Yeah, put some octopus on there, some crab legs. It's gonna be some tiger shrimp and some salmon. Well, some they're gonna be salmon bites, and then I'm gonna do like some noodles, and I'm gonna put them in the middle, and I'm gonna just kind of like put like a little maybe garlic butter over the top of the noodles, but
Mm.
that's my plan, you know.
Oh, that's
And
what's
bean
up right
and
there.
bean pie and bean pie. I'm gonna make some bean pie.
Oh, I can make a bean pie too. Now I can make a mean bean pie. Okay.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
that's my
That's what's
favorite
up.
too.
Sounds familiar.
What you make it eat?
Oh, nothing. It's just that platter sounded really familiar.
You said your food sound a little familiar.
Are you making the platter too?
No, no, I was gonna make a platter, and then I thought about it, and I don't like Thanksgiving, so I was like, I don't want to celebrate. But I was going to make a real seafood platter. I know some other people was making seafood platters, but my seafood platter was gonna be a little different. It was gonna be legit, tiger prawns, scallops, tiger prawns, scallops, lobster tails, and then I was thinking about making some crab cakes on the side, but
Mm.
yeah, and then I was gonna put a rasta pasta in the middle, so some penne pasta with a spicy cream sauce, and some yellow, green, and red bell peppers. So
Oh,
I know
oh,
that some other people was making platters, but everything on my platter was gonna be made on the grill. So,
oh. That
Yeah.
sounds good too. Y'all
Yeah,
sound
thank you.
like
Which
y'all should
one
have.
you think sound better, Diane?
Which one sound
And
better?
Yeah, which one?
mine was also going to include like a dessert menu too, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, I was making
Listen,
home baked oatmeal cookies and some caramel cake. What about
Yeah,
your boy?
I did that last week. So.
Yeah, sure.
I like this because what you all saying what y'all gonna make, I might not make that for Thanksgiving, but I promise you, I'm gonna make that. And both of them sound good. I don't know which one is better.
Well, my food gonna be jerk, Diane. So I don't really know what he making. So I mean, if you like
Mine was
jerk,
gonna be cooked on the grill. I wasn't gonna jerk it. The rasta pasta is already gonna add that spice that we're looking for. So I wasn't gonna jerk the rest of it.
It's still 2 different meals. That's the thing.
well, I'm making Diane. I'm making my jerk from scratch. It's not coming from a bottle. So
Diane, did I
just
tell you
let
that
you
I
know.
was gonna smoke the peppers? Did I tell you that the peppers was gonna be smoked? By the way,
This
just
is a
saying.
cook-off.
And I
Okay.
oh,
said the octopus. I told you about the
right.
octopus,
It's not
right,
like
Diane?
You did.
that was a Thanksgiving
So the
platter.
octopus is
Yeah.
really more like a lot of people can't cook octopus,
Did I
Diane.
tell you I had a cast iron skillet that I was gonna cook some pasta in on the grill?
I love it.
But that's just what I'm making, Diane. I mean, you can go to whoever Thanksgiving you want to go to.
I'm
It's like
coming
a
both. If I'm coming to Chicago, I'm coming to both of y'all house.
it's
With
like
No,
a
my
I'm
build
in
your
St.
own
Louis.
rasta
I'm in
pasta
St. Louis,
seafood
Well,
Diane.
platter
we
So
type
like
do
of
what,
thing.
when
wait, wait,
Joshua
hold
Diane,
on
do
a
what you
started
need
minute.
to do.
this platter,
Listen, I can come to
he's
both.
not
I can
doing
go
it
to St. Louis first or go to Chicago first. I can make both trips.
Diane, I'm gonna
Well,
tell you like this.
Diane,
If
this
you go to
platter is something
if
I
you go
normally
to
do
his
just
house,
on a regular
if you go
weekend.
to his house after my house, then I didn't even cook it right, Diane. Because it
If
won't
you
be
come to my
you
house
won't have
after
room to go to
Josh's
his
house,
house.
you're gonna have to have a palate cleanser, to get that taste out you. Yeah.
Oh. Well, how about
Yeah.
if I just get a plate from both of y'all?
Okay, the win, the cast iron steal it for the win. That's still the deal.
Yeah,
All
look,
right, let's see. Let me go to this part. I celebrate Thanksgiving and my birthday, so every year I cook something. So Nicole, is your birthday on Thanksgiving usually? Is that what you're saying? She says she could, but I don't think you. If it's your birthday, I don't think you should be doing the cooking. Somebody else should be doing the cooking then.
Nicole gets
Hmm.
down.
Okay, so
Nicole,
look, thank you for those enlightening seafood platters, and yeah,
yes.
I
Oh my
hope
God.
I'm sure they're gonna come out. Both of them are gonna
It's
be
gonna be
delicious.
more like a smoked
So,
seafood platter.
Nicole gets down on her birthday. I mean, for Thanksgiving, Nicole can cook, period. So, yeah, and make some mean macaroni and cheese like a mama. She gets down.
so let
Yeah.
me ask you this: what is your traditional? All of y'all, and you all can chime in the comments if you want. Traditional stuff, like the traditional food. A lot of people get away from that. But traditionally, what do you like to eat most on Thanksgiving? Like, what's the dish that you like? Ooh, it's Thanksgiving. I want to eat this. What's your
Everything.
tradition? Let's start with Joshua. Joshua,
Bean pie.
bean pie. All right,
Yep.
Elijah.
Sweet potato pie. What? Somebody else said something
I
similar?
love y'all. No, one bean
Oh,
pie.
What did
One sweet.
Elijah say? I missed it.
He
What did
said
Elijah say?
sweet potato pie. One bean pie, one
Okay, and
sweet
what did you
potato
say,
pie.
Diane?
Everything.
Oh, everything.
No, I
You're
really
gonna
do. I
say
you ain't wrong, Queen.
macaroni.
You ain't wrong.
I like the macaroni and cheese. And it's funny because I like to pair my foods up, right? So I like to eat my stuffing with the cranberry sauce and gravy on it, gravy on my potato salad. Yeah. Oh my God. Some fried
Nah,
turkey,
Gravy
nah,
on
we
your
need to
potato
really have a
salad?
conversation.
potato salad with my collard greens. What you say?
No, I was saying, so do you like stuffing or dressing?
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Ooh,
That's why I asked
stuffing
you.
comes in a
There's a
box.
difference. Yeah,
I
Stuffing
that
don't
comes.
like
stuffing is in a
neither. I
box.
don't like neither
Like,
one.
I do. I like cornbread stuffing.
dressing is made with
Okay.
dressing is made with cornbread. Is it? Do you
Uh,
make it with cornbread?
yeah, I make it
And
with
dressing is
cornbread.
made with a little soul too.
Or
Oh,
that's
Ooh,
dressing. You make it dressing in, not stuffing. Okay. So let's see. Ooh.
I
Uh-uh.
thought they was the same.
man, I did too.
Nicole said the 25th, but it's sometimes fall on her birthday. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sweet potatoes and mac and cheese. I love sides. Yeah, mac and cheese
Yep.
is. I have to go with the same. I make my grandmother's chicken dressing and my Miss Neil's broccoli casserole, greens and Cornish hens. Okay,
Mm.
Helen, is that are
Helen,
those all your
Helen. I got a question for Helen now. Now, are you
favorites? Okay.
black or are you white? And I'm assuming that you black. Now, how do you make casserole?
What is a
How do
broccoli
you,
casserole? I
what
have the
is
same
casserole?
question.
What is casserole? Because I'm
What
not
goes in
quite
the casserole,
sure.
Helen? What goes in the casserole, Helen?
Is it cream of
Because I never,
mushroom?
it was somebody at my job that said they like green bean casseroles. That's their
Have
favorite. And
mercy.
she was
Oh,
Wait,
Hispanic.
the cream of
I
mushroom is
never, I
good.
was like, I don't have a clue as to what that is, but okay.
Yeah, Helen,
All right.
drop that recipe for us.
Yeah, let's figure that out. I want to know what's in that.
What-
Because I never actually had
I'm wondering
casserole
what's
before.
in it.
I see them on TV all the time though.
Wait, so how do they look? Like a meatloaf?
It looks like
Uh-uh.
scalloped potatoes
It's not like a
with green
Yeah,
beans on
so
top.
it's just like laid out. It's laid out in like a baking dish.
Like macaroni, like I bake
It's
macaroni.
laid out
No.
like macaroni, and it
Okay.
I know it's kind of topped off with some kind of crumbs or
And
something
they
on
got
the top.
like crunchy French onions on it.
Yes, yeah. Again, I don't know. We're gonna have to look to see what Helen tell us.
I really want to know what it is though.
I do too. I'm seriously, Helen, what is in a casserole? Because I've never had one either. I'm curious myself. Let's see, green bean casserole is not it. My sister-in-law used to make it. I hated it. So what's in it, Ma? What was in it? What does it look like?
Green
Hated
bean?
it.
Just wonderful. Casserole. What's
But what's under the green beans
hated
though?
it.
Like,
Oh,
what is
It's
the
all
base?
green beans. And I
Ah,
think they put, like your mother said, I think it might be some like cream of mushroom. I don't really know. I'm just saying. And they put that, mix it all together, and then they put some
crime
what you
to
call it, the
humanity.
French
The
stuff.
crunchy French
They might
onion.
put a little cheese in it.
Cream of
Ooh,
mushroom is good though.
It is.
I like
is
cream of
it?
mushroom. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
okay. Cream of mushroom does make things taste. Cream of mushroom for sure, like Elijah said, with crunchy topping.
Oh.
That's all. That's all.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh no, she's like, if I tell Ellen said, if I tell you, I gotta kill you. I promised Miss Neal on her deathbed to keep the recipe, but it does sell for mac and cheese. It's most definitely not green beans casserole. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
maybe how you can make
what
us.
she's saying is her family has a certain recipe for casserole.
Yeah,
So
It's
that might
somebody,
be
good if
Miss
my
different.
family
Neal,
made it.
whoever Miss Neal is, gave her this casserole and she made it.
I
I'm
think that's her
sure
mom.
she was using canned green beans too. And she said no cream of mushroom soup. Oh, okay. So we still
Oh.
got a little bit work. I
So
don't
do
know.
anyone else Helen? Do anyone else have this recipe besides you? I want to know.
Well, she told Miss Ellis she ain't
And
giving it to nobody else. So
This is
the
for
egg
you.
is very
it was
black.
very black. Ooh.
Good. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
So
So do you
Helen,
season it with seasoning salt or sea
if
salt?
she can't
Now
even
that's
tell
what I'm
you,
gonna need to know.
she
We
can't
gonna
even tell
get we gonna get stuck on the casserole.
you. Yeah, but I do kind of want to
We gonna get stuck
know.
on the casserole.
I kind of want to know if she's the only one to have the recipe, and
Helen.
if it is,
So
then you
Helen, uh,
will.
then Helen got to pass it on to somebody else so
That's
that
what I wanted to
it
know because she
it
can pass
lives
it on to
on.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, she can give it to me.
so you'll have it too, Diane. All
Absolutely.
right. Look, she said, I'll bring it so y'all can try it. We got to try that.
I don't
I
know,
want to know, kind of
Helen.
want to know. As long as y'all have any pork and meat.
Elijah isn't synonymous with culinary adventure, so I'm gonna pass on the casserole. But thank you so much.
I
I'll
will at
take
least
some.
taste it as long as it doesn't have anything in it that I don't eat, like like
I'll take
a
some.
I'm real basic
pork
when it comes
beef.
to my foods. I don't like trying all these crazy, well, not crazy, but
I'm gonna
different
try
things.
it. She said no pork. I'm gonna try it.
No pork, I'll try.
She said
Oh no, no, no.
her best friend's
Well, you
grandma.
said
Our
chicken
best friend
casserole.
gave him grandmama.
So if I ask your best friend for the recipe, will she want to give
She said it's your loss.
Oh,
your
snap.
grandmother? Do
All
you
right.
think your best
So
friend will kill you?
anyway, we
I'm just
say it again.
curious. She said that if she gave us the recipe, she would kill us. So I want to know if anybody else have the recipe. She said it's her best friend's grandmother gave it to her. So I'm assuming that her best friend got the recipe too. So I was going to ask her best friend. I want to know if her best friend would kill me.
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna get her number.
My best friend probably has it. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe their family has it. You know, it's in their family.
Okay.
So anyway, y'all, we have a fabulous song tonight. I'm looking forward to chatting about it and getting into it. Our song tonight is, wait, hold on. So she said, we locked in. LOL, we locked in.
Mhm.
She ain't talking. Oh, she
She
not
ain't
gonna tell.
talking.
Okay, so she's not talking. So our song tonight is "As" by Stevie Wonder, and you know what? This show is. I love it because you know all the songs that you think you know, you don't really know it
Right,
until we really get. It's like, man,
right.
I never even paid attention to this song. It is so powerful. It's really a powerful song. It had me thinking about several things. So I want to talk a little bit
Same.
about Stevie Wonder because we have not done any music by him. So Stevie Wonder. Now he has a long name, so bear with me, and I hope y'all can still hear me because I feel like my internet keeps going in and out. Am I
No, we
okay
hear
right
you very
now?
clear. We can hear you very clear.
Okay. Stephen Hardaway Morris Judkins. That's his
Oh
real
wow.
name. He's born in 1950, May 13th. Singer, songwriter, musician, record producer, most acclaimed musician of the 20th century. That's what they say they call him. Who knows if that's true, but that's what they said on Wikipedia. He's credited as pioneering and influencing different musical genres. He was born blind. I mean, not born blind, but he's been blind. He became blind shortly after birth, and he was a child
Mm,
prodigy. He
mm,
signed with Motown at 11 years old, where he was given the professional name Stevie Wonder. At 13, his single Fingertips was number one on the Billboard Hot 100. At 13 years old, he peaked at success in the 1970s. He had songs like Music of the Mind, Talking Book, Superstition, Song in the Key of Love. He had 3 consecutive albums to win Album of the Year. He won Best-Selling Music Artist of all time. He has 25 Grammy Awards, 1 Academy Award. He was inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And he has been noted for his political activism as well. So Stevie Wonder been around a long time. This particular song is from his, I want to make sure what 18th album, and this song came out in 1976. In 1976, he had his 18th album. That's how much music he made from when he was a little boy. This song, he wrote it and he performed it. So this is his original song that he wrote himself. They said he did this album right after he had been in a car accident and was considering stop quitting music. And then he visited Ghana for a while. And you know how sometimes when you get away, you get a chance to reflect and regroup. And this song came out of that album. So Diane is going to play a little bit of As, and then we're going to get into it.
We do not own the rights to this music. YouTube.
We do not.
As the
as
rise
around the
of the
sun,
earth was revolving,
and
and the
when the
rosebud
rosebud smells
I, I had to cut it because they, yeah, I had to cut it short.
You can rest your mind assured I'll be loving you always. All right, Mo said that's one of her favorite songs. Great choice. Thank you, Mo. My favorite line is when he said, "Do you know that true love asks for nothing?" Such a beautiful song.
Come on.
And then she said, "Love me some Stevie." And then yes, his 18th album, and this was in 1976. That is crazy to me. So because this song was chosen at the recommendation of Elijah, I'm going to ask you to tell us why you chose this song and, whatever it is that stood out to you. So I'm going to let you kick us out. Why did you choose this song first?
You know what? I chose this song because I was already listening to it for like weeks and weeks on repeat. And when I was listening to it, I thought, oh my God, this is the most beautiful love song ever. And then when you asked me to do the show, I actually decided to like, look at the lyrics and all that stuff. And then I realized it's a love song, but it's not a romantic love song.
Mm.
I
Oh
was
my
like,
God, dog, we be thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing when like listening to this when I right before I came on. But go
Me
ahead, I'm
too.
sorry.
yeah,
I
no,
was thinking the
no,
same thing. Like the tempo of it is just so different than a normal love song. It's
yeah,
so happy, like it's so I don't know,
yeah.
like it's upbeat. But go ahead, I'm sorry, my bad.
But I had so many thoughts, like you said, you had so many thoughts about this song. I wrote down so many different things. Now, I thought it was a romantic love song when I was listening to it on repeat. So I was like,
Okay,
oh, that's, huh?
You gotta
you
say it again.
for a minute.
Oh, I was saying that it's a love song, but it's not about like his significant other. And I had wrote down, I'm like, maybe he wrote this song about somebody that was suicidal or something.
Mm.
But it reminds me of that song "We Are One" by Maze and Frankie Beverly. It's that same message. Like, in one part he says, that part where he says, "Do you know you loved by somebody?" And I'm like, he's talking to somebody he probably doesn't even know. Like, I was thinking, I'm like, it's that one part close to the end of the song when he has that really raspy voice song. He says, "We all know sometimes life's hates and troubles can make you a wish you were born in another time and place. But you can bet your lifetimes that and twice as double that God knew exactly where He wanted you to be placed." So
Hmm.
I'm like, when he's saying that, I'm thinking to myself, like, did he write this song for somebody who was thinking about taking their own life, or somebody
Mm.
who needs to know that there are people out there who love you no matter what, and they're gonna love you forever and always. And I was like, this is the words are so poetic. It's just so the most poetic way to say, I'm gonna always love you no matter what. And I was just like taken aback by just everything about this song. I'm like, you can sing it to somebody who you're in love with, but you can also sing it to your friend. Like,
Your daughter.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
always love you. Just like you said, like the earth know around the sun, it's revolving. Like, and it's not even a thought for me to love you. This is just something I do
And you,
automatically. Just
and one of the most powerful parts of the song is the name of the song. It's called As. It's like it's like I'm comparing you to something that you better be sure that this is gonna happen. That's how much that I'm. That's
mhm.
how
Mm.
sure that it is that I'm going to love you. That the
Yes.
sun is going to rise. That the tides are going to flow in the ocean. As sure as this going to happen, is as sure as I'm going to love you. The name of the song is so powerful. It's so crazy.
And
My
the day
bad.
I stop loving you is gonna be when the oceans rise above the mountains, and when the parrots
I wrote that
dive
down.
in
That's
the
on my
ocean
notes.
and the dolphins fly in the sky. Like,
That's on my notes.
oh God, I
Stuff
love
Uh,
that,
this
that's
guy.
not going to happen, right? Things that's
That's
not going to
absolutely.
happen.
It's not.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is very, very
Um,
powerful. It's a very powerful song. Yeah,
Oh,
because we.
that's all I had,
um,
y'all.
so,
Love this
yeah.
song.
Joshua, you want to jump in
I
before
want
I
to, yeah,
get
I'll
more?
elaborate on mine. I actually had that down into the ocean covers every mountain high. I'll be loving you. So like, even I'm gonna go back to what I said. The name of the song is just so powerful, and it's just two letters. Like, it's so crazy how music could just like tell this story. Listening to it, it's gonna tell the story, but the title of it just tells the story itself as well. I love that freaking song. One, I want to say this as well. I made sure I looked this up before I came on here as well. Stevie Wonder wrote that song.
I know. I saw the
So,
same. That's the first thing I looked for. I'm like, who wrote this?
Stevie
He
Wonder
wrote the
wrote
freaking
that song.
song.
So you got people who perform great songs. We got Whitney Houston. She could perform a song so good that you'll believe it's hers,
Hmm.
and she's just such an entertainer. Beyonce, she also could do the same thing, but Stevie Wonder, I don't think he gets enough credit in the sense of the way he sounds, the way he writes music, the way that he builds the tempo to this music, the way he builds the melody to this music. Like, Stevie Wonder is literally the definition of an artist, not a singer, not an entertainer. He's an artist. And I think everything that he expressed in that song was just it's just so beautiful. And as Elijah said, the song just, it takes a certain part of me because it's not one of those songs where you feel like depressed or you feel down listening to it, or you feel when you cry, it's almost tears of joy, right? It's
Absolutely.
just
Yeah,
it's those happy tears
yeah,
that it's hard to even
yeah.
it's hard to even make a love song like that. It's hard to even make a love song like that, and it's even harder to even embody that in a song to where we
Hmm.
feel it the way we're feeling it now. So that's just my opinion of the song. I love that freaking song. I love Stevie Wonder. He's one of the greatest artists of all time, one of the greatest singers of all time, and R. Kelly love him too. Free R. Kelly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up right there. That's what's
Hey,
up.
Diane, do you
Free R.
want me to
Kelly.
jump in here before I read some
Yeah.
comments and jump into?
Um, I agree with what both of you all said. This song was so. I never looked at the lyrics before. Just hearing the melodies. singing along, and some of the words I'm probably was getting wrong.
Mhm.
But when I was listening to it, I had to get the words. And when I started looking at the words, I needed to go deeper than that. I said, where, and I don't normally do this. I said, like, where did this song come from? What made him write this song? Like, what was the inspiration to this song? And when they talked about him going to Ghana, it was Ghana, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, when he went to Ghana, I can see him speaking to the people there. Like that was his
That was
inspiration.
good.
Being part of the song is just look at, it's like just look at the world. Like everything is like a mystery, as like he says, as now can't reveal the mystery of tomorrow, but in
Mm-hmm.
passing will grow older every day. Just as all that's born is new. You know, you know what I say is true. I'll be loving you always. And I feel like he's like speaking for God. Like he's not God, but he's the voice of God.
Coming
He's
through him.
it's like I love you. God loves you unconditionally because all of these things is going to continue to happen. He said, I will love you when the water goes above the mountain. We know those things are not going to happen. We know that all of these things are going to continue to be true, but he's saying that's how deep my love is for you. And I feel like that's how deep God love is for us. And I feel like when he was there, that he was inspired by that to tell him to keep going. I feel like it's very spiritual. Yeah, it's a deep love. So, yep, that's my
Can I
take.
say something about what Diane said before we go?
Sure.
I wanted to say as well, I could believe what you're saying because a lot of people don't know this, but at that time, Stevie Wonder was doing a lot of world traveling because he ended up linking up with Bob Marley around that same time, and he
Mm,
ended up making the song Jamming as well. So like Stevie Wonder was very in tune like that to where he would be the one that had that spiritual connection to where he could stuff that's coming from God could come through him
right.
because he had that connection to the people. So I do believe in what you're saying as well, right there.
Yeah, this is a powerful
I'm gonna
song.
read a couple of comments and then I'm going to jump in too. Let's see. Levon said, is a song with message of love. Let everybody know that love asks for nothing. So if you love someone, in other words, it's just saying love is unconditional because you ask for nothing, but you give everything, I think.
Mm,
And that's so funny you use that word because that's something I wrote down in my notes was unconditional. Until the dolphins fly and live at sea. Yes.
And the Paris live at sea, for real.
Life becomes a dream. And then Nicole said, it's rare the music is written like this anymore. Very rare.
Come
We
on,
don't
say it again.
we don't see music like this anymore. Stevie has blessed us so much talent, which what I
Mm-hmm.
really love about music. Maybe Stevie was God's vessel. That's good.
Come on, clock it.
So let
It
me say,
was.
y'all, when I first listened to the song, my first impression was, oh, this is a love song. But as I listened to it, I'm like, this is a love song, but it's not a romantic, like Elijah said. I'm like, this is not romantic love. And so it made me think about agape. And agape is a type of love that's in the Bible. And in the Bible, there are 5 types of love that they talk about. And agape love is like an unconditional love. It's sacrificial love. It's the highest form of love. It's the love that God has for us. And then I equate that with the love a parent has for their child. I think that's
mm,
the closest we come to an unconditional love. Because in reality, love is condition. All other loves really have conditions, and we could talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to share with y'all the other types of love that's in the Bible. There's eros, which is romantic love. There's philia, which is like a brotherly love for your neighbors or your friends. There's storge, and that's like a natural affection between your family members. And then there's filio, which is an emotional love that is based on qualities in another person. But I wanted to share those just because y'all know the teacher and me have to go a little deeper. Because agape was the first thing that jumped in my head when I really dug into these lyrics. Like, this is talking about an unconditional love, meaning that no matter what happens, I'm gonna love you always, like it says, and that's kind of like it's more spiritual, like a love that God has for us, and that's why when He talks about in that last part that Elijah read, where he's like kind of talking, that part at the end,
That's my favorite
um,
part.
is that part was you read that first one, which I had highlighted, but then the second part says, so make sure when you say
Make
you're
sure
not
when you
in
say
it,
you're in it,
but
but
not
not
of it,
of it.
meaning when God says you're not of it, you're not helping to make this earth a place sometimes called hell. Change your words into truth, and then change your truth into love. Then he talks
Hmm.
about maybe our children's grandchildren and their great grandchildren will love. But he's saying that, you know, how in the Bible and church people always talk about, oh, I'm in this world, I'm not of it. Meaning that, yeah, I'm in this, but I'm this spiritual person. I do this and do that. So he said, well, when you say that, mean it. Like, show the love that God has for us to other people. So that's kind of like my first some impression of this song, and the first thing that came to my mind and the notes that I wrote down. And then I wanted to ask y'all this. I said about this is unconditional love. I believe that most love have conditions. What do y'all think about that? Most there's love, and then what would be some of those conditions? I have my ideas, but I'm just throwing it out there to my other co-hosts tonight. Do you think that?
I think romantic love is mainly the only one that has conditions. Just my opinion, because I think just from my experience, I would say because I feel like the love that I've experienced from maybe friends or my mother or my brother that has been unconditional love. I feel like they're going to love me no matter what happens, no matter no matter what I do. You know what I mean? So I do believe that the only one that is conditional that seems to be conditional, it would be romantic love. That's my opinion.
Okay. Diane, Elijah, what do y'all think?
I think that yeah, most love does have conditions. Oh, it's like Josh said, romantic. As long as you don't cheat on me, then I still love you. But you know what? Actually, I take that back. I think bonds have conditions. I think people are still going to love people, even though I don't want you in my space. I can still love you. I can still have that same love for you, but I just know that you're not good for me. So, no, I don't want you in my immediate space, but I still, that doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. It just means I love myself more.
Hmm. I think love has conditions. I think all relationships is some type of condition. We might not think so, but it is. I feel that it is because if something happens, it's like, well, if you love me, you wouldn't have did this, and if you, yeah. So it's some type of condition. It might, I think that,
Have you ever heard your relatives tell you something like that? Like if you loved me, you wouldn't have
They
did this.
won't. I
yeah,
don't think they
and
would
maybe
tell
a
you
lot of
that.
times people don't say it to you,
Yeah.
right? But they might, so they might not say it to you, but they might feel like, well, if they loved me, they wouldn't have did that, you
Mhm.
know? Or if, yeah, they're not going to, you absolutely right, Devanya, they're not going to say it. But I feel
True
I
like
think
love is
that
our
acceptance.
our family,
relationship is conditioned.
Thank you. Thank you, E. I agree with that. I think true love is acceptance. True love is acceptance and understanding.
I
So I
It's
think
agree.
acceptance,
sometimes,
number one,
right?
that we are all humans and we all gonna do things to hurt each
exactly,
other. Because
exactly.
the ones that we love are the ones that hurt us most because they're the ones we're vulnerable with and the ones
That's
who
true.
we open up our hearts to completely and
And they're the
fully.
ones we got expectations for.
That's
Mhm.
true too.
So it's like, so I mean, I think all love. I mean, I think some love is conditional, but I think I don't know. I've never felt conditional love when it came to when it came to I would say my close family.
I think that at the norm, because I think, yeah, some people can say that. No, not my family. But I think the norm is my family, my friends, 'cause- and my acquaintances and my neighbors. if I do something that they don't like, or if I've offended them in some way, we all get offended. And offense is one of the biggest things that causes us to sever relationships with people. Then people write their family off, people write friends off. If you do something that I didn't like, then we're that love is like
But then the
gone.
question
And I'm just
is it
speaking,
really love?
I'm just speaking in general. I'm speaking in general. And I'm not speaking like the no, I'm even thinking about like divorce rates. That's romantic with what y'all talked about. People who disown people in their family, people who disown people in their family just because of who they are and who they love and things like this stuff happens.
Yeah,
And
it does. And
it
it
that's
no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. I was just saying, I'm
I
just
think the
pointing
word
out that
conditional and the word love, I think it's a conflict of interest there. I don't think love comes with conditions. That's just my
Agreed.
opinion.
And I think a
I
lot of
don't
people
think
think
love
they love
should come
people.
with conditions. I don't think
It
I don't
love
think it does.
should come with conditions,
I
but
agree
I
with
think it
Jay.
does.
I
I think
think
a
it's
lot of people think they love people, but a
Exactly.
lot
I
of
think
people don't know what love is. They
I,
really don't.
bro, I agree with that. I think we were just talking about this. It's so good. I think love, like love for people, love for America is different for love for the world, right? I think everything that we know about romance and all this stuff comes from movies, comes from TVs, I mean, television shows. Like we've never learned this. I would say hands on. Most of the time, when we go into a relationship, we think we know how to treat somebody, or we think we know how to be with somebody based on watching a movie or based on. I remember going to high school, right? And I remember this is why I flunked out of my first high school because I remember I was just doing the stuff I seen on movies. I thought that's what high school was just to go have fun, and that's what the movie showed it was. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion.
yeah,
And if
so
you
it's
can
all
just
it okay,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Diane.
No, go.
If you can just withdraw your love from somebody like that, you never loved them in the first place. You may have thought you loved them, but that love doesn't work like that. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't love you no more because you did this thing to me or you said this thing to me." Like that's not really love. I don't know what it
But
is,
people
but
do it.
it
But
ain't.
people do it all the time. But people do that
Yeah,
all the time, though. I mean, you saying that you, but people do that. That's how people operate. The reason I'm saying this is I want us to be more aware. I mean, just us people that's on here, more aware of like what is true. He said in his song, "True love asks for nothing." Right? It's like
yeah,
if
Not a
I love
thing.
you, he said true love asks for nothing. So if I love you and I have this unconditional love for you, like he's saying, just as the sun and the earth knows she's revolving, that's how much you gonna know I
But
love
when
you,
I love,
period. It's not
but
going to
right.
change.
I
But
think
when I
it's
love you, when I operate with conditions,
Say
when I
it.
operate, when I love you, I'm missing my words. When I love you, when I operate with conditions, it hurts me. It's gonna hurt me to be conditional with my love. Whereas if you just saying the person could be like, oh well, whatever, whatever. If it don't hurt them to do that to that person, they don't love that person. Like that's going to hurt you to have conditions on your love
Or
for
hurt
this
them. Is
person.
that
That's
what
yeah,
you're
but
saying?
I
outwardly love
think
Because
them.
real
yeah,
love
but
is
I think that
unconditional.
yeah, but I
That's
think
what I
that
believe.
being unconditional because of the things we have seen and we were taught. So we were taught to love unconditionally. I mean, we were taught to love with conditions because we
Condition.
learn
Yeah.
from the people that's around us, right? So when you see that you loving with conditions, it's a practice. This is what I feel. It's a practice that you gotta consciously say, you know what, I'm gonna love them unconditionally and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I love you. That's because
But
that
I
is
agree with Elijah though, in the point that I can love you. I mean, I can still have love for you, but say, no, this is not for me.
absolutely if
Like
it's
so.
healthy, of course, you
Yeah,
should pull you should
Because guess what? That door is always open. When you ready to X, Y, and Z, and I see that you got your stuff together and you're healthy for me, then yes, you can always come back. Of course you can always, because the love is unconditional. But
right.
just because I say you need to be over there and I need to be over here, that don't mean I don't love you no more. That just means whatever we had going on, it ain't right for me. So you have to have that unconditional love for yourself before anybody else, because
Right,
that's what really teaches you to love without conditions. How you treat yourself and how you love yourself is how
right,
you're going to treat and love on others.
right. Now I can love you at a distance, but if you because when I love, I'm open. I'm open. I'm loving you. I am open. But when you hurt me, I might give you another chance, but you hurt me. It's a different. I still love you, but you can't. The
But
doors. It's not. My heart is not
But,
open anymore.
but what I'm
like it
saying is
was.
that
Oh,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying
it
is that
was before because
what,
that hurt is yeah. Because I'm loving. I'm sorry. I'm loving unconditionally, right? And when you come and you hurt me, to me, it's like you're not even thinking. You're not even thinking that because some people actions, it's like, really, you really did that. So yeah,
yeah,
it's
well, some people have the willpower to be like, okay, I'm gonna keep my distance from this person. But if you love this person, you're gonna feel something while you're keeping your distance from this person.
oh,
You're
most
gonna
definitely.
like you're gonna feel hurt. You're gonna feel,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you could just tell somebody,
yeah.
no, you over there, and just forget about the person, you've never loved this
And
person. That's
don't feel it.
not
Yeah,
like,
possible.
no,
Not,
I'm
not
gonna
possible.
feel
I agree
something, but
with
guess
that
what?
one
That
hundred
Not
percent.
feelings,
I agree with that one
yeah,
hundred percent.
that feeling's going.
So I
It's not
think what
going to
we're
stay
saying is
there.
that love could still be there, but we may not be together or in our same presence. We may not be what they call doing life together anymore,
But I think
but
I
there's
think when I
still
think
love
when,
there.
when I say romantic love, I should have did it in air quotes. I think that's just the way I think the way romantic love is perceived like now, or versus the way it was perceived maybe 100 years ago, or 50, or maybe 20 years ago. It's like the way people think about romantic love now is just completely different. So it does come with conditions because people don't even know how to care for somebody unconditionally because people not even built like that no more. You know what I mean? So that's just so. I think that's why romantic love comes with conditions, and I want to put it in air quotes because it's not. It's perceived as love. You feel like it might be love, but it's not really love. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
spending time with somebody or having sex with somebody or whatever it is that drew y'all close to
Well,
saying,
I mean,
close
that's
to
a
being
whole
able to
nother
say
Because
that.
if I
conversation.
love you, there's nothing you will be able
Ain't
to do
nothing.
because I'm
Yeah.
accepting that me loving you is me accepting that
But
you're a
but how would I
human
even
being,
love you without
that you are a
understanding you?
human being, that you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna do things to hurt me, I'm gonna do things
Well,
to hurt you. I'm accepting that and I'm knowing that. But that doesn't always mean that I'm gonna continue to accept the hurt that you caused me, or
Right,
that you should continue to
right.
accept the hurt that I caused you. We can love each other, like we said, love each other from a
We can
distance.
love each other, but we can love each other from afar. We could, and
Yeah,
like you
Hmm.
said,
absolutely.
Joshua, even if we can separate from somebody and say, hey, oh yeah, I'm done and don't feel anything, was that really love? But I think that what we saying is that love that can still exist without me being with that person. I can
Right.
still love them.
Yes.
So it's almost time for this show went by so fast. And we gotta get to this question. And this is the last show. So while family should be the easiest relationship to be real and people find it hard, that should be the easiest form of love to show, in my opinion. We put our conditions on all relationships instead of letting people show love the way that they know how. Your capabilities may not be the next person's capabilities, family or romantic. That goes back to expectations, which is gonna kill everything every single time.
Yeah.
The way you
Yeah,
love
you can't
someone can change,
yeah.
But
though. I don't
also,
think love
sometimes
goes
the
away
way
from
you love
relationship.
ain't good for me.
but she
Exactly.
said,
That may not
could
be
you go back to the comment? Could you go back to the comment?
which
She
one.
said, well, she
Call.
said she feel like family love should be the easiest.
Mhm.
Why? Because at the end of
That's,
the day,
I don't think so. I don't believe that.
the reason why I'm saying this is that we are all, at the end of the day, we are all still people. We are family, we connected, but we are still,
We are
everybody's
still
still
people.
like, what makes
Man,
it
I seen my family at the bus station one time. They act like they didn't even know me.
oh,
Please.
oh, okay.
That
I
is
do
it. Oh.
believe that that is where we get our. That's where we learn from
Yeah,
the
I
very
do agree
beginning
with
what
that. I
that
said that
idea of
earlier.
love
That's
is.
when you
Yeah,
learn.
I
Yeah,
do agree with that. So, but it's up to us to relearn and retrain ourselves on what real love is. Like I didn't know real love until I started to love myself before
Mm,
anybody. So once I
absolutely.
started to do that, that's what opened my heart up to have unconditional love for complete strangers. Like these kids at this school, I didn't know these kids months ago, but I buy them stuff. I spend money on these kids. I spend time. I pour into them as much, and I have nothing but love for them. Even though sometimes they cuss me out and they act crazy, I don't care because tomorrow when you come back, I already know what it's gonna be. Hey, Mr. Reed, like I
Because you don't
know
know
what
what they've
real
been
love
through.
is. I don't
Yeah,
care
I
what
agree,
they've been
Nicole.
through. I don't even
Yeah.
care what they've been through. That's not. It's not my
Yeah.
job to be like, oh, you act this way because X, Y, Z. It's my job to love you and to continue to be who I am, no matter who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something you got to
So
work.
that yeah, I mean, I hate that we only have this is our last show, but we do have a
Oh yeah, I
question to
agree
talk
with
about, guys.
Nicole
So let's
too.
shift.
I agree with Nicole too. I agree. It should be. She said it should
Oh,
be
okay, that
the
it should
easiest
be.
form. Yeah,
Yeah,
it should
it
be,
should
and I agree.
be. It should be, but man, some families. Diane, can we get our question up? So today, and I wrote some notes on this because I'm like, what is? I mean, what is that really? Today we're talking about our question is about gentle parenting or respectful parenting versus the whole spare the rod, spoil the child type of thinking. And it seems like nowadays a lot of parents are into the gentle parenting and respectful parenting. And I know that at least three of us are parents, but I know Elijah has a lot of strong opinions about parenting, especially being around kids every day. So let me just read a couple of things that's under gentle parenting. They said correction and empathy, respect, positive discipline, partnership, emotional self-regulation, helping children manage their emotions, and open communication. There are some descriptions under each one too, but I don't think I even have time to read it. So we're
You don't.
gonna I do
No,
or
you
don't.
don't. Because we
I
have
do or
50,
okay.
we only have 8 minutes to
We
go.
got
I'm
we
going to
got
say,
we have 8 minutes.
yeah, I'm going to say
What do
something
you
real quick.
Diane?
I have
Go ahead.
learned gentle parenting. I do not believe in spare the rod, spoil the child. I don't believe in hitting is the way because you're gonna beat somebody to let them know you're gonna. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. I wish we had time and I go a little more deeper, but I don't agree with it. Mm-mm.
We
I
okay.
think,
Does anybody else want go ahead?
yeah, I think I agree with Diane. I think, I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how you bringing that kid up. You know, if you're gonna have to spank him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of, like I never really see things in my daughter. My daughter's 3. I never really see things in her to where I feel like I have to spank her. You know what I mean? But two, I also think this is a whole other subject for no another day. I also think having a man presence is important because I think my daughter fears just hearing my voice. So rather, whereas her mom could tell her something 3 or 4 times, and I could tell her something once, and she's going to listen to it. So I mean, I think just that's another conversation, but I do think
I
gentle
agree.
parenting is a thing, and I think gentle parenting works when you actually involved in the kid's life and when they actually have both parents in their life.
I
I don't think it
agree.
works with one parent. I don't think so.
I agree. I think gentle parenting works with one parent as well. I mean, I raised two sons, they're adults now, and then one with a man in the household too. So I do believe in gentle parenting, even with one parent, because you shouldn't have to beat somebody to get them to stop doing something. And then we get accustomed to that. I feel like that's a slave mentality. You whooping somebody or even spanking them.
Yeah.
I, I
Yeah.
don't agree.
Dude, parents used to whoop
I
kids
believe
for
in
bad
spanking
grades.
kids. I'm sorry. I'm from the old school. I believe in spanking.
But you
However,
had four you
that
had
wouldn't
four boys.
that
That's
wouldn't
different.
be but that wouldn't be my go-to, right? It would be like let other ways to discipline a child, especially now. When I was raising kids, that might have been my go-to. But now I'm a grandparent. I don't want to be whooping my grandkids. I'm like, they're gonna have to sit down and be quiet. But then I'm gonna threaten them like I'm gonna hit them. They don't think I'm gonna hit them. But if it's a last resort, like if it's something dangerous or it would be an absolutely last resort. But I would not say that I would not spank a child. But I've never spanked any of my grandchildren yet. I hope I don't have to. I think it'll hurt
Come
me
on, yeah.
more than them. But not yet. Yeah, I haven't spanked any of them yet. But you know,
Yeah,
but
What
that
you
would not be
thinking?
my go-to. It would. I have a way of and I have a whole teacher thing like scaring kids without actually having put my hands on them. So yeah,
I,
yeah,
I,
you got to
I
learn how
don't.
to scare kids
Yeah, I
without
don't.
putting your hands on them.
You
They
don't
gonna
have to
listen.
put your hands on them because that's a whole. I don't agree with that at all. Even though I did it, let me say that I raised 3 boys. I did it with my 2 oldest ones. But if I had to do it like, all over again, I would not do it. I wouldn't. I see things totally different and understand them totally different. That whooping and go out there and get that switch, or go get me the belt. What? Get you the belt? I don't
What you
agree with.
thinking?
Give me that belt. Go get the belt. Yes, you get ready to get it. Go get it. I don't, but yeah, I wish I would have probably tried to talk, but I think I agree with Joshua. When you have to be, and I raise boys too, I think when you have to be the both of them, you got to try to be this
It's
person
hard to do
and
that
this
just
person,
parenting.
and you
Hard.
know, you have to kind of, but I don't regret spanking. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't regret, and I
What?
still
Hold on.
believe
What
in
you think,
if
Mom?
they,
What you thinking?
what you
Oh,
It's
think,
only
I
for
think it
Mom?
me.
should be a perfect mixture of both of them. They need they butts whooped. I don't care. I've seen parents. I've called parents, and I've had kids get on the phone with their parents, and they say whatever they say to the phone, and they go back to acting exactly how they act. And then I've seen parents come up there and snatch them right out the classroom, and I ain't had a problem with them since. Now, I
Let me
don't
ask you a question
know.
though. Does circumstance matter though too with the kids?
Circumstance, I think there should be a perfect mixture. You said something about partnership and gentle parent. No, ain't no partnership. What you talking about? Everything else, yes, there needs to be empathy, emotional regulation, respect, because a lot of people think children don't deserve respect, and they
Absolutely.
do. They're still human beings. They're still people, and they're learning and growing. Like this is the time where they're developing and learning those important things. But like, let's just say, like Josh said, circumstance matter. Let's just say, for example, you see a kid about to touch the stove. I'ma slap their hand because you'd rather get slapped by me than burn your hand on that stove over there. Like, there are certain things that require a next level of discipline.
But I
And
think
I'm
that's a
not
little.
saying beat them, but
But I think that's a
Right,
little different.
right. We're not
I
saying
think
beat
you're
them, but
stopping them. You're stopping them from
that's
getting
still a
hurt.
spanking.
You
That's still
so
a
that
spanking, though.
but you're not. I just think that's a little different
That's why
than.
I'm saying
Yeah.
circumstance
I,
matters.
yeah,
It's
'cause I,
not just, oh, you got an F on your report card, so I'm gonna beat the right answers into you.
yeah,
No,
no,
that's not gonna
I'm not.
help.
I'm
He's
not
still gonna
hitting
be a
mine.
dummy at the
Nobody
end of the
better not
day.
hit them. Absolutely. When my kids are grown, I don't hit my grandkids, and you don't put your hands on them, and I don't hit nobody else's
Yeah,
kids.
don't
I
bring
don't
your
hit
kids
nobody
over here
kids.
if you don't want them to get hit.
They
I'm gonna
not
tell
coming
you if
over
they
your
act
house. Then.
crazy, I'm
They
gonna
not
put you
coming.
know, I'm like,
See,
get
they not
over
coming to
here.
your house without me.
yeah, I still believe in spankings. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do.
They
They
ain't coming to
might be
your house
necessary,
neither without
And
me.
I'm gonna tell
but
you, these
But you
kids
gotta
these
think. But you
days
gotta
are
think.
retarded. They need whoopings.
But
Words
what
were
I'm saying is, those kids need whooping because that comes from bad parenting. That stems from the home. That's not
So why should they be
like
punished because of that?
I mean, shit, you probably should, but I mean, I don't know because I don't got the type of child, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, if you raise this kid in a hostile environment, or they seen maybe y'all putting y'all hands on each other, or you never know what situation these kids grew up in to make them rough like that. I know my daughter's not growing up in that situation, so I know I don't gotta beat her. I know I ain't gotta hit her. She's so sweet, like it's like I understand that I can just be stern with her. But it is kids at school that I teach at schools that I mean they do need a whooping. You know what I mean? But I haven't experienced that with my kids. So for me, I would do more gentle parenting.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
That little
Okay.
man
yeah.
has snatched
I
that little
like
boy
that.
right up out that classroom. I ain't heard a peep from him since. He come in, hey Mr. Reed, how you doing?
Okay,
Yeah,
we
uh-huh.
kind of got to hurry up because we only have
Oh
less
yeah,
than.
my bad.
Oh my God, like this hour went by so fast. But we have to go, y'all, and we'll be back
We have
next
so
year.
many
We hope you have a
comments.
great Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And we'll see y'all back here on Ladies and Lyrics next year in 2025. Have an
Yes.
amazing break, you all. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.